Hey guys, welcome back to Hogwild. It is Thursday morning. We are still closed except for shipping items out. It's going to be that way again for the foreseeable future, several weeks at least. Thursday morning, we had some hellacious storms last night. I hope everybody made it through okay. Hope there wasn't a lot of damage. We're here to pick a new lunchtime record, and today we're picking two because we can. We're picking two records from two of the most, if not the most influential performers of the 20th century and beyond. We still buy their records, we still sell their records, we still listen to their records, and their influence is still felt. They were both born in 1915, both born the same year. That is Billie Holiday and Frank Sinatra. I had to print out a picture because it's just so damn cool. It was just so damn cool. As I said, you don't need this old guy to tell you how influential they are. You hear their music, you know that, but they are. And I get paid to yap on the Instagram now, so that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, both born in 1915 and 15. Sinatra called Billie Holiday the most influential performer in his life. Billie died in 1959. Frank outlived her by 40 some odd years. If you know Billie's story, it's full of tragedy. She was born in tragedy and had demons that just hounded her whole life. And she died in 1959 in a hospital bed. She was actually under arrest while she was in the hospital for her heroin possession. Frank visited her in the hospital before she died. And after she died, the story is that he was inconsolable. And he stayed in his apartment listening to her records and drinking and crying for several days because he was so broken up about it. Frank had his demons as well. The song I'm a Fool to Want You, he performed several times. One of those performances, you can actually hear him break up a little bit as he's performing. And the legend is that he performed that in the recording studio and then left. He was so overtaken that he couldn't perform anymore. Those performances were mostly a result of his torrid on-again, off-again love affair with Ava Gardner. In fact, that love affair led him to attempting suicide once. Billie Holiday, I mentioned she died in 1959. She died the same year as Lester Young, who was a saxophone player who was linked with her artistically and personally for the bulk of her life. They both died the same year, both of the same issues, battling their demons with alcohol and drugs. Lester Young is the reason we say cool the way we say it now. He's the first one to start saying cool the way that we say cool now. He also just came up with the word bread to mean money. So he also gave her the nickname Lady Day, which is the album we're going to listen to from Billie Holiday, which is Lady Sings the Blues. Lady Day, the nickname given to her by Lester Young. Lady Sings the Blues is a fantastic record. It has the song Strange Fruit on there, which is extraordinarily and unfortunately relevant today. It is a song about racism in the South, and it is a brutal performance with brutal lyrics. There's just no other way to say it. There's no sugarcoating it, and it's just Billie Holiday actually received writing credit on Strange Fruit partly because of her performance. Sinatra also received writing credit for that song I'm a Fool to Want You because of his performance. The Sinatra album we're going to pick is In the Wee Small Hours from 1955. Sinatra is credited with actually creating the idea of an album the way that we know it today, which is a collection of songs that are sort of related to a theme that is maybe the title of the album. Before Sinatra got a hold of the LP, they were just a bunch of songs. And Sinatra apparently said, hey, what if we put songs that are kind of similar in theme and we give it a title that is similar to that theme? Before that, it was just a bunch of songs, and he's the one who said, let's give it a meaning. Also, the influence of Sinatra is not just his singing style, but look at that cover art, and then look at the cover art for this Tom Waits record, The Heart of Saturday Night. Both standing on that side of the frame, smoking a cigarette on a street corner. Sinatra's, of course, is missing the hooker, but this is 1955. You couldn't put a hooker on an album cover. So, yeah, their influence is felt today, obviously, right? I mean, so many people that you wouldn't have had, Amy Winehouse here, among many others that would not have become singers if not for Billie and the way that she put her emotion. The two things, Sinatra's, he could sing a song, he could hold a note, right? Obviously, you don't need this old guy to tell you that. Sinatra put the phrasing, where he put those notes, made you listen to the lyrics and made you realize that they meant something. They were about something. And the level of emotion that Billie sang with, that she imbued in those songs, they were almost like mini motion pictures. And they sang in a way that brought you into the song, made it relevant for you in a way that you felt both of these people knew your pain and knew your heartache and were singing to you and singing about you. So influential. Both, like I said, both born in 1915, both linked for their lives, for Billie's short life. And two of the most important, as I said, performers of the 20th century and beyond. So, you know the drill. I will put a Spotify playlist link in there. Oh, the other interesting thing about Sinatra is influence. Listen to Jim Morrison on L.A. Woman. Jim Morrison admitted that Sinatra was one of his favorite singers. But listen to the L.A. Woman album in particular, and you will hear the influence of Sinatra on Jim Morrison. So, I've been going on for long enough. I know I like to talk, and, just shut up. Let's just listen to music. Tell the old guy to shut up and put the records on. At noon, Billie Holiday, Frank Sinatra. Enjoy your day. We will see you tomorrow.